The Gold Rush by Daunte, Brendon, Brett, and Josh. It all started when some U.S. citizens came up with the goal to control all of the land from the East Coast to the West Coast. This dream was called Manifest Destiny. The U.S. had already acquired the Louisiana Territory, Florida, and Texas. Sadly, not all is peaceful with Mexico. A border dispute over the U.S.-Texas claim has ended in the death of 16 American soldiers. This is the starting point of the Mexican-American War. The U.S. easily took over California and other southwestern territories owned by Mexico. They then charged into the heart of Mexico and captured Mexico City in 1847. Early in 1848, Mexico agreed to sign the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo. The treaty gave the United States the land known as the Mexican Cession. This region contains land from what is known today as California, Nevada, Arizona, and New Mexico. This event led thousands of settlers flood into these territories to find a better life. Early in 1848, a carpenter named James Marshall was inspecting a canal where he was to build a sawmill when he found something that would change the state of California forever. He found gold. By 1849, tens of thousands of settlers from countries around the world came to California to find their fortune. These gold seekers came from many faraway places like Mexico, South America, Europe, Australia, and China. Many settlers popped up small mining camps and had many difficulties. One of the difficulties was that mining camps had no police to keep order. This resulted in a very high crime rate. Also, the miners had to live in very cramped and unhealthy conditions. The camps are rough places, said Louise Clapp. In 24 hours, there were murders, fearful accidents, bloody deaths, a mob, whippings, a hanging, an attempted suicide, and a fatal duel. Out of all the 49ers, there was one group that stood out from the rest. This group was the Chinese. They had been told that money was in great plenty and they would get great pay. In 1852, one of every 10 Californians were Chinese. The Chinese faced challenges, some of which were prejudices. The Chinese were hard workers and greatly benefited California and other western states. The Chinese settlers left behind some of the arts, tastes, and sounds of one of the oldest and richest cultures in the world. The gold rush attracted about 250,000 people that came to California with dreams for gold. Most 49ers sadly did not find what they came for, and many were even more poor than when they arrived. On the contrary, many merchants struck it rich by selling their goods for heightened prices. This allowed California to become the first state in the West in 1850. By 1852, the gold rush was over, and there was no more gold to look for. But broken dreams and abandoned mines were the only things the 49ers left behind. The 49ers also left behind an amazing legacy. They helped transform this golden state into a diverse and opportunistic land.